Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the chrome-plated, neon-soaked future with Project Orion, the Cody name for the next cyberpunk game, officially on the horizon. The hype train is leaving the station and I've got my ticket. CD Projekt Red has a massive opportunity to build on the incredible foundation of 2077 and Phantom Liberty. So, I've been thinking a lot about what I'd love to see. What would make the next installment a truly legendary RPG? This is my ultimate wish list for the next cyberpunk game. Let's jack in. First and foremost, let's talk about our protagonist. V was fantastic, but for the sequel, I want to go even deeper with character creation. Imagine starting not just by picking your look, but by choosing a more defined, impactful origin story. Are you a corpo brat who got exiled to the streets? A nomad trying to survive in a new, hostile city. Or maybe even a full-on maelstrom ganger trying to go straight. These origins shouldn't just be a 20-minute intro. They should fundamentally change how the world reacts to you. Factions should treat you differently. Certain quests should only unlock 4 specific backgrounds. And your dialogue options should reflect a life lived before the game even starts. This would add immense replayability right from the get-go. Next up, the world itself. Night City was breathtaking, a true work of art. But for the sequel, I want it to be more than just a beautiful backdrop. Let's make it a living, breathing entity. I'm talking about a dynamic world where your actions have real, visible consequences. What if clearing out a gang from a district doesn't just tick a box, but leads to a corporation moving in, changing the architecture, the shops, and the people you see on the streets? Imagine a turf war system where factions visibly fight for control, and you can tip the scales. The city should feel like it's evolving alongside your story, not just waiting for you to show up. More interiors, more hidden alleys, more verticality. Let's make exploration feel truly rewarding, with secrets lurking around every corner. Let's talk gameplay. Specifically, 2077's system was good, but let's push it to the absolute limit. I want more outrageous, game-changing cybernetics. How about a subdermal plating system that lets you customize your armor piece by piece? Or a modular arm cyberware where you can swap out a mantis blade for a projectile launch system or a hacking tool on the fly? And let's bring back a more meaningful consequence for chroming up. The cyberpsychosis mechanic was mostly lore in 2077, but what if it was a real gameplay system you had to manage? Pushing your body too far could lead to visual glitches, uncontrollable twitches in combat, or even dialogue interruptions. It would add a fantastic layer of risk versus reward to becoming a walking arsenal. The Netronin in 2077 was cool, but it often felt like a magic system. For the sequel, I'd love to see a more immersive and tactical approach. Imagine actually jacking into a fully 3D cyberspace. A digital world you navigate like a character. You'd have to bypass digital security, fight enemy netrunners in their own domain, and steal data from visualized fortress-like data beta. This would make being a netrunner feel like a completely unique way to play the game, not just a set of quick hacks you use from behind a crate. It would be a game within a game, offering a whole new dimension of stealth, puzzle solving, and combat. And what about life in the city? I want to feel like a resident, not just a tourist. Let's be able to buy and customize apartments across different districts, each with its own vibe. Maybe a grimy hole-in-the-wall in Watson to start, and eventually, a luxury penthouse in the city center. Let's also have more meaningful side activities. Think about running your own small-time fixer operation, participating in a full-blown vehicle combat league, or even managing a bar. These activities shouldn't just be... They should be systems that offer unique rewards, story snippets, and a way to earn eddies that feels more organic than just completing gigs. Companions were a highlight of 2077. Judy, Panem, Carrie, we all loved them. Let's expand on that. I want more complex companion relationships that aren't tied directly to the main story. Imagine recruiting a team of specialists for your crew, each with their own skills, motivations, and personal quests. Your relationship with them should matter. A loyal companion might offer unique combat support or unlock special opportunities, while a disgruntled one might betray you at a crucial moment. Taking them on missions should lead to unique banter and interactions, making your crew feel like a found family, or a den of vipers you have to keep in line. Let's talk about the big picture. The story. 2077 told a very personal, urgent story about V's survival. For the sequel, I'd love to see a narrative with a wider scope. Let's get tangled up in the high-stakes games played by the mega. Imagine a story centered around corporate espionage, a hostile takeover, or even a full-scale war between Arasaka and Milatech, where you're a key player. This doesn't mean losing the personal touch. The best cyberpunk stories contrast the struggles of the little guy against these massive, faceless entities. The choices you make should have ripple effects, determining the fate of not just yourself, but entire districts and factions. We also need to talk about enemies. The gangs of Night City were distinct, but I want to see more variety in combat encounters. Let's have smarter AI that uses cover more effectively, flanks you, and employs squad tactics. Let's have more enemy types with unique weaknesses you have to exploit. Imagine fighting a massive, heavily armored Arasaka mech that requires you to target specific components or stealthing past cyberhounds with enhanced senses. And the boss fights need to be more than just bullet sponges. They should be multi-stage cinematic encounters that test all of your skills, your gunplay, your cyberware, and your quick. Finally, I think the next cyberpunk game needs to lean even harder into the style over substance philosophy, but in a way that is substance. Let's have a deeper transmog system so we can look exactly how we want without sacrificing stats. Let's have more vehicle customization, both cosmetically and performance-wise. Let me tune my car for street races or bolt armor plates onto it for combat. The world of cyberpunk is all about self-expression, and the game mechanics should reflect that at every turn. Your V, your car, your apartment, your weapons, they should all be a reflection of the character you want to be. So that's my wish list for the next cyberpunk game. A more dynamic world, deeper role-playing, impactful choices, and gameplay systems that are pushed to their absolute limits. CD Projekt Red has a golden opportunity to create something truly special, a benchmark for the next generation of RPGs. But what do you think? What's on your ultimate wish list for Project Orion? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your ideas. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next dive into the world of gaming. Thanks for watching, Chooms. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.